What's happening, everybody? It's Sean with Reactions to the Classics, and today we got a reaction to Kingfishr and their top 10 songs, brought to us by a friend, longtime supporter of the channel and patron, Richard. Thank you, Richard. Appreciate you. Appreciate all the patrons who make this thing go. If you'd like to support us in any way, check out that Patreon link below or the patron link on the end screen. We could not do it without the patrons. If you'd like to support us with just a one-time donation or one-time reaction, anything like that, check out our Buy Me a Coffee page. Also linked down below. All right, I've never heard of Kingfishr. Richard's top 10s are always one of my favorite things I look forward to every single month. Richard says they're a relatively new band from Limerick in Ireland, although their #1 hit song is a song about a hurling team from Cork that bassist Ian Fitzgibbon played for. They're an Irish folk band. So I found they're an Irish indie folk band formed in Limerick in 2022, comprised of members Eddie Coe on vocals, guitar, Egan McGrath on banjo, and the aforementioned Ian Fitzgibbon on bass. Their song Killie reached #1 on the Irish charts on May 2nd, 2025, at which stage has already been certified 4 times platinum in Ireland. Did I butcher the name of that song? I don't think I did. All right. If you haven't been on this before, the music won't be in the video, but it will be at a Vimeo link below. Click on that, follow along with us. All right, let's kick it off with Richard's #10 song, Carolyn or Caroline. You never know with this, from the Live from Dublin album in 2024, 32 in Ireland. Speaking about the track, the 3 men commented, quote, "The song was written quite quickly and almost forgotten about until the people around us told us it was great. So it's quite exciting to be releasing it to a wider audience. It feels almost like it's theirs as much as ours." All right, I'm going to the lyrics up as always. Thanks again, Richard. All right, Caroline, as we learned from the first word of this song, I did not know what I would think of Kingfishr, right? Never heard of them. An Irish folk band, banjo, guitar, and bass. Who knows? This song is so good. It's absolutely fantastic. I really can't believe there's 9 songs I'm going to like better than that, but you never know. I trust Richard, but this song's great for me, for my ear. His vocals are so powerful. The banjo works totally. Sometimes that can not work. Everything works so well. I even added it to my favorite songs, and I basically almost never, ever do that. I just don't have a lot of time to listen to music. That's how much I like that song. So the next 9 got a lot to follow. Next up, we have Eyes Don't Lie, from Live from Dublin in 2024, but also from Halcyon, I think that's how you say that, their album in 2025. A lot of these songs are going to be that way. 36 in Ireland, back in 2022. Okay, this might be one of those top 10s. I have them with Richard quite frequently, where, boy, picking favorites is going to be hard. That song was fantastic. Both of these first 2 songs, this one and Caroline, slower build, and then just bam, just absolutely power gets after it. And both songs have a similar theme in that Caroline, he left the relationship he wished he had, and Eyes Don't Lie, he left her and didn't figure out that she was the one that he probably should have been with, but her eyes don't lie. Next up at #8, I mean, really all these are going to kind of be this way. Shadow from Live from Dublin and Halcyon 2024 and 2025 respectively. It's also, though, on their first EP, which was called Shadow. They said about it, "Shadow's about the consequences of burying pieces of yourself. There's an idea that the shadow is everything you suppress about your psyche. Those unseen elements of yourself rule you, and you have no idea." The song is an ode to this. Serious subjects and songwriting here from these guys on these first 3 songs. All right, Shadow. I mean, 3 for 3. It's fantastic. You feel the energy with it. That's what they do such a good job with, the energy. But his vocals are so good. Like his vocal performance. And the song is really well written as well. All 3 of these have been, which isn't always the case when a band is kind of new on the scene. A lot of times that songwriting matures and you just get better at it, like you do at anything that you do. Usually you get better and better at your craft. But fantastic stuff through the first 3. Coming in #7, we have Flowers, Fire, also from the same thing, Live from Dublin and Halcyon. I probably said Halcyon differently 3 times. I don't know. 34 in Ireland, they said, "This is the first song we ever released. I remember we put Flowers, Fire out, and the next day we woke up and it was on New Music Friday. People were messaging us left, right, and center. There's a storied history to spoken word in Ireland that defines us as a culture. Something of that authentic Celtic vibe that I think people are still hungry for. In some way, that's what we were trying to get at with this track." All right. Wonderful song. A little bit different sound, but still the same tried and true. Slow to fast build, great instrumentation, powerful instrumentation. Eddie's voice is just fantastic. Well-written song, Once again, a lot of these songs I've kind of screwed up, and now I realize it's songs, right? And I mean, I think most of us in life, if you're self-aware enough, which that would be a good thing, you figure those things out and learn from them. We'll finish off the bottom half of this top 10 with Shot in the Dark, also just live from Dublin in the Halisson album. 46 in Ireland. They said about this song was written on the night that we decided to pursue music as a career. One night sitting on a farm in Dunane, I hope I pronounced that right, we quit our jobs and wrote the lyrics to Shot in the Dark. We never thought we'd release it. We wrote it for ourselves. Starting a band is a mad idea. We all agreed we'd almost certainly fail, but that we would try nonetheless. That's what this song is about. Yeah, can you imagine? I just thought that was a great quote, because can you imagine decide, I'm going to do this when you know basically the whole world's going to tell you, you're out of your minds, man. You guys are going to starve. So looking forward to seeing what this song contains. Okay, if you didn't know what this song was about, you would think it's about, a significant other, which it works there too. I mean, you think about being a member of a band. It's as close of a relationship as you're ever going to have in your life, even if you're married or anything else, because of the time you spend together. And your success is based on their success and those various things. But so well written, more of an emotional song as far as the arrangement of it than the previous four. But I like the chorus at the end. Oh, and if it all falls apart, at least we enjoyed it. And God knows I loved it. Oh, and if it all falls apart, same thing. But at least it destroyed us. And God knows I loved us. So no matter what, it's going to be fine, right? Them realizing that it's probably going to fail, but they wouldn't do it any other way. Great job. All right, let's get to the top 5 with The Savior, a single in 2024, 85 in Ireland. All right, The Savior, just another powerful building song. Great lyricism. Eddie sounds great. They all sound great. We're 6 songs through this thing, and I mean, the level is up here, so I only expect it to stay there. Get higher. I don't know if we can get higher. Let's go to number 4. We have Gloria from the Halisson album in 2025. Eddie said, the lead singer, Gloria is about giving into the pressures around you and whether you can live with yourself for doing it. The song represents a yearning to break free. Wow, Eddie's voice on this one, on every song is so good on this one. Fits his bass. And then, of course, I don't mention Magoo, as we'll call him, his banjo. It's just fantastic in all these songs. The way they blend their instrumentation is not at all what I expected in the description of an indie folk group, right? It's 100 times better. Not that I thought that was going to be bad, but this song really builds you up, and then it soars. Most of the song just soars. And it's a great one, and I really can't believe it's number 4. Now we're going to get to a song I already mentioned earlier, and I had forgot that Richard, know me as he does through all these years of us making lists here, knew I'd have a hard time pronouncing it. Killa, just like I think that's what I said at the start, from the newest album, Halisson, in 2025. As I mentioned, number 1 in Ireland in early May 2025. Let's go. Killa, so it is about Ireland, growing up there, Bury Me There. So I can see how this is a number 1 hit in Ireland. I think it's very, more specific to the country, which I think is fantastic and just really, really well done. I would imagine I could see how this would just be sung by people in, pubs and bars and stuff, because, it's a love from where you grew up at. We still have 2 songs left from 2025. We got Diamonds and Roses, 11 in Ireland in 2025. Eddie said, Diamonds and Roses is about how much things change. It's about the death of the status quo and the price we all pay for that. It's about the terror of existence, but in spite of that, it's about the good that shines through. Diamonds and Roses and all those things that go wrong. And he called her Jezebel Eyes, so not sure what she did, but he doesn't even care. Lists out the different things that aren't so great, but he still sees the good in it, I think. Sees the pitfalls, but the good in it. But my favorite thing of this song is actually the melody that the banjo created, something that I thought I'd never utter. All right, we're here. Very difficult list to choose a number 1 on, I'm sure, but we're to number 1. And you see it, we got Man on the Moon from 2025, number 20 in Ireland. Richard's number 1 Kingfishr song. Let's do it. Man on the Moon, fantastic. The song's about the music business, and you kind of see it when you listen to it there. The chorus, I put a bullet in the Man on the Moon. It was a favor for a fella I knew, but some shots just ain't worth taking. Selling my soul on the TV station. Wrote a letter to the kid on the sun. Told him everything I thought that I'd done. Those tides just kept on rising. I'm losing myself in the compromise. Such a good song. I'm so sad that this top 10 is over. I don't say that very often. I'm very sad that this top 10 is over. Well, now we're to my favorite tracks. It'd be boring if I just said all of the above. So I try to narrow it down. We'll go with Caroline I don't know if that's my favorite track on here. It might be Eyes Don't Lie, Gloria, Diamonds and Roses, and Man on the Moon, which is still just spinning in my head because it's so good. But I liked all 10 songs. Eddie's vocals are just fantastic. I just love them. And so I obviously am drawn to it and resonated to it. Magoo's banjo works in a way that I never thought it could work. And Fitz's bass is also fantastic. Eddie's on the guitar. They just make this thing work. The production on all of these is great. They just sound fantastic. That's not always the case for a band that doesn't have a lot of money, but it's gotten much better as time goes on with the technology that we have, but still fantastic. And Richard will understand this. He brought a top 10 all the way back in 2022. We've been together a long time, Richard and me here on this channel. A Band of Horses, another band I'd never heard of, and they became one of my favorites. Kingfishr is my Band of Horses of 2025. I'm going to be spinning this stuff on my own. And like I said, I don't do that very often. Let me know what you think of this list down below. What are your favorites? Thank you again to Richard for bringing this one. Until next time, guys, I will see you.